We live, baby. We live.
Smelling crack.
What?
Welcome
Touch
back.
me again.
Okay.
I ain't gonna expose. I'm not like that. I'm not a snitch. Virginity. It's a hush hush topic.
Yeah.
They love me.
Let's see if your parents raised you.
It's deeper than the physical.
What up, fam? Welcome back to the Juxtaposition, everyone.
Welcome back, people. Back to the Juxtaposition. He's touching me. He's playing games. We're back with another episode.
As you say, oh yeah.
You're supposed to
Hey,
say
yeah.
you're supposed to say another language every week now.
Oh.
Hola, hola.
Bonjour. Bonjour, mes amis.
I don't have
You
any.
don't know any other languages?
I don't have anything.
Because you're not lit like that, bro.
Hola.
Well, welcome everyone
Caso and Carol.
to everyone who's
Yup.
listening. Good morning, good afternoon,
Good
good
morning.
evening.
She's the English
To those who
portion.
are listening
Yeah.
and watching.
and
Yeah.
watching, yes, and watching.
Happy Monday. It's great.
Thank you guys. Actually, I just looked on Spotify and we have about 54 followers. So people who are constantly listening. And that is definitely an accomplishment from when we started. So thank you guys. Go rate it. We would appreciate if you rate it, follow it. And we love you so very much,
Yup.
people. And
Yup.
subscribe as well before we even start. Subscribe, hit the red button, hit the bell, comment down below, share it with your friends.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
wait, before I just wanted to say, because I saw this on the news, I just wanted to. Did you know that there's a, I think it's state of California is giving $15 million, well, amongst people because they basically killed their babies because they had eggs and sperms and in the refrigerator and it the refrigerator
it broke.
It wasn't good. Yeah. So it.
like insurance, they have to pay.
Yeah. But can you imagine losing? What if that was your last one? What is the money gonna do for you? Sorry, I just had to say that. So
Random, but that's
yes, very random. I just
Random fact check.
yes. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, so this week or last week was a bit heavy one for Canadians.
Yeah.
All around the world. We don't have to just label it as local. But we seen a Muslim family, the Azal family, 4 of them get murdered, right?
Yeah.
It was a lot of heaviness that week.
Yeah,
It was a lot,
It
to
still
be
is a
honest.
heaviness currently.
It's still, but so 5 members of the London, Ontario family were struck, and 4 were killed by a pickup truck, and the victims were targeted because they were Muslim. Unfortunately, yes, I know the breed.
The anger, the annoyance.
Okay.
The everything.
When you first heard and seen, how did you feel?
I always ask the question why. Why? Why?
Get that answer.
Why? Because everybody is living their own life. Everybody is in their own corner. No one's stepping on your toes. No one's bothering you. Everybody has their own space to live. And you come and infiltrate or deliberately and intentionally pose risk and danger to another family.
Lawyer.
That's just ridiculous.
Did you say something?
I said lawyer.
Oh.
No, it's very ridiculous. And it's
that's
wow, it's a the little boy, my heart. Because we have a what's it called? We have cousins around in the same age, and imagine
The fatherless child.
just imagine a kid in your family, losing their entire family. Or
I can't even imagine that for myself. To be honest, I'll go crazy.
and you don't even know probably what is even going on by the time you come out of that hospital.
Yeah.
So that's even the shocking part.
I think for myself, I don't like when I do this, but I do this to protect my mental. I hear about it, people in school talk about it, but I tend not to go dig super deep
Yeah, I haven't either.
into the facts. Today is the first time I actually got the facts where I heard from the first responders, whoever seen the pedestrians seeing and their experience. So when it first happened, I couldn't really to protect myself. I didn't go what happened, what did the driver do, the super details,
Right.
I knew about the family and what happened, but when it comes to super details, I don't really want to because I feel
Protecting
like it's
your mental, yeah.
yeah, it's too much. It was too much on me. You know, I seen it everywhere. So
Right.
that's the first instinct I had.
How about you?
I mean, I was very sad. I mean, the first initial, we just knew that a family got ran over, and we didn't know the whole storyline. And I was actually on YouTube. I kind of seen it. It's like, for a whole family. And then I didn't know, like, there was one child that was still alive. So, like, it's heartbreaking that people can get to this point of not caring for life despite religion. I don't know what culture, sexuality. Like, people actually don't like there's people
don't
out
value
there who
life.
actually who don't see it beyond the culture or the religion or whatever it is. They just see that they don't
They're bothered by it.
it doesn't align with what I believe in, so they have to we have to eliminate them.
Eliminate, yeah.
And that is scary. That's why I was really like shocked, because we're talking about stuff that in society a lot of people don't want to hear, right? We're going against culture, and so that is a little it could be a little scary, because there's people out here who listen, and then long and behold there's a deep hatred for what we're talking about, and they can go out and act it out. Right? So yeah, it's a little it's heartbreaking.
It's a tough one, but are you willing to die for what you believe in? And I am. I mean, so
the truth is the truth. I can't run from that.
So, and then the one thing I don't also like is like the media, and the media is ran by the people in suits, you know. And when it comes to when it came to announcing this is the murder and stuff like that, they posted a picture of him jogging, and that I just felt some type of way with that.
And it's a young kid, no?
20 years old.
Yeah, it's a young
20.
A young man.
20 years old.
You're going to jail at 20 because your brain thought that you needed to commit this crime.
And it's also like, I have seen 18, 19, 20-year-olds murdered that killed someone, but they put their mugshot there.
Right.
So it's like, when I see stuff like that, it just reminds me of the hidden racism we have in our country that is not really talked about.
Yeah.
And Toronto or Canada is seen as multicultural.
Diverse,
Come to Toronto's multicultural.
And it's true, we are.
It is.
So that's
but
true.
when it comes to the
but they
racist,
don't accept
yeah,
all cultures, and everyone doesn't
exactly. You
accept
just said that perfectly.
and coexist and tolerate.
Yeah,
They tolerate it.
Yeah.
They don't appreciate it.
They don't appreciate the culture.
They tolerate it.
Right.
So how is Canada's, how should I say it? We know Canada has a racist past.
Oh yeah.
So what's some things that we know from their racist past that we can kind of
To be
discuss
honest,
as well?
in school,
Yeah, talking about
I don't remember.
I don't remember teaching us about these residential schools, especially about the indigenous people. They just taught about their culture and how it's so great, and they're very versatile, and they have all this stuff that's going on, and but they never talked about the other side of how Canada really destroyed their culture.
They didn't talk about it at all.
They have literally manipulated, basically came in and basically annihilated the whole culture.
Basically, their language,
everything about them, they were trying to bury. And I never heard that until recently. Now it's coming up even more. It's really scary that me being this age, I'm now understanding the effect of what Canada has done.
Right.
Because I'm here living life they have reserves. They're good now. But it's still going.
Isn't it funny how we think that Indigenous people have the better life because they have the money, status card and they can get the percent off.
And growing up, they'll be like, "Oh, we get funded by the government and stuff like that." But
and we don't pay taxes.
It doesn't equal.
The person serves you the card, and you're like, Why do you get taxes off and I don't get taxes
It doesn't
off?
equal for all the stuff that has happened to them.
Exactly. And technically, it's their land in the beginning.
No,
right?
it is.
Let's just be honest with what it is.
No, it is. And Bernice talking about residential schools, learning that in school right now that the kids will come into the school as knowing their culture, and then they'll take a next picture after when they're done the school year, and they're dressed in a suit and stuff like that.
like, clothing,
so can you imagine these kids growing up? They don't even know their culture.
Yep.
You know, and
they took them away from all that. I think, what is it called? One of the articles written by Lou. I can probably put it in the thing, but it was like the state removal of indigenous children from homes, families, communities, and they returned them to temporary families. And then there's even a point where they didn't even return them. But if you take them, return them, take them, return them. By the time you even return to your family, you don't even know your culture anymore.
Yeah,
You've lost so much. That's why only the elders, probably like the few ones that are left, know
the culture. Yeah,
what the culture is.
And like I was reading up about it, that the Catholic, basically it started with the government, and they had this notion or this idea that the indigenous people were less than, and the white man is superior. And so this is where the notion came, like, we gotta get them and change them and make them into whitewashed. Let me just say it like that. Let's whitewash them, paint them Western, like eliminate the culture, right? And so the government started, and then they handed it over to Catholics and Protestants or Anglicans, you can say.
Yeah, they made it run.
And the fact that it's just shocking. Sorry, I know I'm probably going on a tangent, but it's like you believe in a God that loves everybody. You believe in a God that forgives people. You believe in a God that is ready to get his children back, and this is what you do.
Yeah,
you take something that is not yours. You take people and you basically, physically, emotionally, their spirit is probably killed. It's done.
They seen them as uncivilized.
Like, yeah,
that's why I don't.
They named us uncivilized because they can't
savages
speak the language
and stuff like that. And
that.
that's why I kind of don't understand, because for them to consider themselves as Catholics or Christians and stuff like that, like they use religion to do evil deeds, you know?
Yeah.
And that is very hard to understand, because if you read your word and you're called to love people, how can you do that to children, you know? And a lot of people in the world misinterpret like the word and stuff like that. Simple stuff like an eye for an eye or a tooth for a tooth. Like people think, okay, someone's gonna shoot me, I'm gonna go shoot them back. You know? Whereas if you actually like dig into it, it was meant for the government and the judicial system in the Old Testament, right? And that's the argument with the Old Testament as well, is whereas it's like so literal.
God's just saying his wrath and stuff like that. He's saying all these lines, and people are like, "Wait, whoa!" That's why a lot of people they when they read the Bible, they're like, "How can you read the Bible?" And they're saying an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That those type of verses that are like violent, but read the second half, because he redeems those verses, because Jesus comes. So you got to read the full thing. That's the number one thing I need to tell you guys. Read the whole thing. Do not read part of something and think you know everything about it. You don't. Read the whole thing, please. And then you can come and talk to me and give it context. Read the beginning, read the end, and then you read the whole passage. It doesn't come as parts and pieces. That's not what the Bible is. It's a full story.
Yeah.
So.
And it's like, as I get older, it's like when I hear different religions using their religion to justify certain stuff and behaviors, it's just eyebrow raising. And I'm not here to put like, well, obviously I'm here to tell the truth and stuff, like spread the good news. But to just see that, it's like, aren't we not called to just love each other? Like, you know,
but people
like,
don't understand love.
love for
like
them is conditional.
Sorry. Yes, and seeing the Palestinians, seeing that stuff, like people that look like you, like, you know, we even see in Nigeria, like people that look like you, and we're beefing with each other. That's crazy.
But that's the problem. It's not about what you look like, right? It's my own gain. If I feel like you're an enemy to me, or I'm lacking something because you are in the way, I'm going to eliminate you. That's the mentality that people have, regardless. It doesn't have to actually be like killing somebody. It can literally be like a lie. I heard her. This one lady told me a story of how she worked at a certain place, and she was basically the only, maybe the one of two black people in that area. And she came in, she's certified. She knows what she was doing. She came in. Somebody was going to go on maternity leave. And this lady that was going on maternity leave basically said that this lady that came in is not qualified. And she doesn't know what she's doing. So then all throughout, people started shifting and changing their attitude towards this one lady, because this lady who's leaving on maternity started this lie because she was intimidated. She was scared. And that's exactly how everything happens. When you feel threatened, you start to do things that are outside of you and start to basically do things that either hurt somebody, kill somebody. You could do whatever it is just to make sure that you go ahead. But and then people are wondering, why is this world like this? Well, look towards yourself first. I'm going to be honest. I can have that mentality myself where I could start to basically manipulate people and make them feel less than, belittle their abilities and stuff like that, because I want to get to a higher place. And that happens all the time. Like, it happens. I can catch myself doing it, for real. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah, there's definitely so much racism in Canada that is unseen. And we talked about how in school, how it's slow violence. And slow violence is like, they don't, it's not like they come into the country and bomb it right away. They just
small seeds
are planted until that's how people don't see.
That's what I'm saying.
Literally,
Canada,
it's slow violence. Like, be aware.
Canada is very slick.
Where it starts? In school.
Yes,
they plant the little seeds in
you. You know what's crazy? Bernice told me, and I was so shocked. Bernice told me that in her years of school, she never had a black teacher. Yeah. I said, what?
Did you have a black teacher?
No.
Yeah.
There was only one black
teacher
in our school.
Not even a black coach.
No.
So you see what the workings at the top, people at the top are doing. You know, for her to not, for you guys to not experience a black teacher, like, where is the entryway for the minorities to come and teach their own curriculum?
Isn't Mexican even there?
I don't even think so.
I was thinking like other than black,
yeah,
because there was a lot of white, and I don't remember seeing like Mexican or
and
Islam, like sorry, not Islam. What is it called? Muslim.
Yeah, that too. I don't see.
They wouldn't be at Catholic schools if you're Muslim. Actually, there was. I lied. I'm not going to say that.
Right? I think there was.
Right, and it's like
students wise.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry. But yes, no, it's okay. But yes, that's crazy to see, to be honest. And it's like, even if you do go, if you're a black woman and you do, or a black man that goes into the teaching role, they want you to teach their curriculum. So it's like, where,
and the way they want you to teach it.
Exactly.
Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
The way, like, a person can treat this curriculum the way they want to teach it to the children, but they're gonna be like, this is like the way I want you to do it. A, B, C, D. You know, you can't add your own kind of flavor. It's kind of off to them, off-putting. You know, and they're gonna look at you like, what's new with that teacher? They're gonna start looking at them like, what is he teaching in his class that they're liking?
They're going against,
you know.
it.
So,
and it's like, the only thing I remember, like, I don't remember them teaching us about indigenous people and residential schools. I remember like doing a project for like Martin Luther King. Like, that's the only thing.
But
I want to know about my country. That's why, like, I feel like the world is so Americanized. Like,
yes,
it's like
America plays a big role on. Like,
yes, everything is so influenced by America. It's like, no, we need to start teaching what is happening in Canada. That's why Americans think that Canada has no racism. We think we live in English.
It does. It has done, like, I was reading other things too, but the acts that they have done against other cultures, Asian culture,
Jews
Jewish
as well.
culture, black culture, literally every culture but white. And they put these acts purposely to make sure that they're not able to do anything. Middle Eastern, terrorizing people, basically going on the streets. You're already looked at as a suspect. Like, you probably just landed, to be honest, and you don't even know anything about this country, and they already think you're a suspect or you're going to be a terrorist or something, like, because you're from the Middle East. It's unbelievable. But the thing is, I can't, like, the sad part is I have to realize my own biases too, and I have. Because I'm not going to lie, even with black people too, I can have the tendency to be like, oh, that one, I know he definitely did something, or he's doing drugs, or he's a thief, or a Middle Eastern person that I see, I'm like, oh gosh, I know. They probably had like, I don't know. But it's like, how do we fix this?
That's a good
How
question.
how do we go forward? How do we stop talking about like, well, not stop talking about it, but how do we like address this issue, but also move forward?
It's super difficult,
That's a good
even
question.
because when you're living in a world where you've already been implanted those seeds, once again, slow violence. It's hard to get slow violence out of your head when you've had it as probably a 4-year-old from the beginning of school. And now you're trying to change your mindset. Yes, the Lord will change our mindset, but it's going to take work. It's going to take a challenge. It's going to take a group of people challenging you and telling you like, no, don't look at that person that way. Like we are all, like reminding us that we are all the same. We are all the same. We are all the same. Like instead of pinpointing their individualities, not celebrating it, but looking at it like, ugh, like they do that. Like we should never be like, oh, they eat that. They eat with their hands.
Who are we to
Or,
judge?
Like who are we to judge? When we go to their country, nobody looking at like ew.
Yeah, like you're the odd person out when you go to somebody else's country.
Exactly.
So it's like
People
you
don't
have
think
to
that.
you have to realize like this is like you have to realize you're not the superior person in all the world. You're always gonna be the odd person out because it's not your country, right? And I had one thing to say, but sorry, this is gonna be I'm gonna call out people who. Sorry, I love listen. Social media,
attention.
Sorry, social media. I love it's been a blessing and also a curse at the same time. But I realized that a lot of people just like to post. With this family that passed away, they just post a picture and maybe donate to the GoFundMe. But it's like, are you checking your biases? Are you checking yourself? Like, what are you doing?
Even care?
After you post this? Do you
That's what I
continue?
wanna know.
Like, it's like after you post this, are you just continuing to scroll down social media and doing your thing as if nothing happened, or you're generally actually grieved by what happened?
That's why I kind of I have to raise my hand. That's why I like when it first happened. I was like, I don't want to post this on my page. I'd rather talk about it in real life on the podcast, or post it on the podcast because I feel on the podcast page because I feel like it's a platform where we need to talk about it. But sometimes when it comes to myself, let's be honest. Do I really care as much? That's crazy to say.
It's unfortunate to say, but it's the truth.
It's the
But
truth.
I'm just being honest.
When
with
it doesn't
people.
hit your home,
It doesn't
matter.
affect
Like,
you.
okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the Asian hate.
yeah.
I had to check myself.
Because you'd be like,
It's like,
why,
how come I'm not feeling? How come
you'd
I'm
be
not
like,
feeling away? And where were the
where-
Asians when it
exactly
came
when-
to us?
exactly.
You know?
you start
Comparing.
using their
Comparing,
pain
and it's like,
their
damn.
pain is not
It's
as
the same.
bad. Like
And
we gone through
and that's
slavery and stuff like that.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and that's
so.
why I go back to my Christian ways. I gotta love everyone.
That's what I said.
Stuff
Check
like
your
that.
heart.
Check
The
my-
fact that you're able to identify like this is not normal to be feeling
It's
like
not
I don't
normal,
care.
yeah.
That's progress. But for you to be like, it's normal. Well, let them keep living as they live. Like it's
I have
life.
some crazy I have some weird thoughts when it comes to that. Maybe this is not for camera, but it's like when people are posting, what do you think this is doing? I know it's crazy to say, but like, okay, that person posted it and it's thousands, hundreds of thousands seen it. Like, let's say the Shade Room posted it, and then you have 10, 15 people post it. I see, and it's like they're just posting it without no action. Like, at least if you post it, do something with that as well. People just post and go. And that's what social media is. Sometimes I just, it's
You know why? Because people
It's
are so
like,
numb
what are
to
we
it. It's
doing?
normal. It's normal to just see a family. Oh, this is tragic. Let me just post.
post,
It'll make everybody feel better afterwards. Like if you post it,
Yeah.
it makes it seem like you care.
So, but what are we
It's not-
doing
do you-
after that post?
It doesn't
Are we doing
matter what
anything
you
else?
post. You
Like,
could post as many times as you want. 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 times a day if you like.
a whole
It
different
doesn't help
discussion.
honestly, I genuinely feel it doesn't help anybody.
You know what? It's the they forget. They're used to it because it's the fast pace of social media.
Yeah, because
It prompts
goes
you
to-
to
yeah.
give you news. Sorry, but social media gives you too much. We know too much
Yeah.
for our own good. We just know too much from across the world. Why we like? Yes, we should know, but it's too much sometimes.
But it's what we
that
do
your brain
with
is
it.
just
Yes,
getting
we're so numb.
like this
You're just
person died. This person died.
but
This person died.
you're not.
like-
It's like you're taking in, but you're not actually doing anything with that
Exactly.
Yeah,
information.
man.
It's just sitting in your brain, and then it doesn't even marinate. It just sits. Like that's it.
we process too much information.
No, but to kind of end off, like, I want to ask this question. How do you think racism in Canada is happening today? Because for me, I heard people, the stuff I kind of like heard people is like, if they want to get certain loans or mortgages is not really given to them because of their skin or because of their financial status, you know? So how do you think it is happening today? Because I like your point that you said it's slow violence. It's literally, that's what kind of, it's very subtle. Small seeds planted there, and then it just erupts into like.
Then we're like, wait, how did they kill that person?
How did they get there?
Our minds are already even trained to like
exactly
be that, like look at that culture in that way.
Yeah, I think it's just a slow stereotypes without addressing the situation. It's just like it.
Would you say even at the workplace?
Yeah, I don't honestly. I really don't. I don't know. I feel like people just not addressing it is the problem.
I feel like it's masked, like there's mask on people's face, literally.
Like
especially at work.
They're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you they don't like you.
Yeah,
they're not going to tell you they don't want you around. Yeah. They're not going. They're going to show you. You will, but then people who are actually feeling it don't address the problem, or they don't bring it. They don't, or they don't see it, or they don't address it and don't bring it up, and so it just continues to flow like air. It just continues to flow, and then all of a sudden, it, like you said, it goes big. Then big news, boom. Four people dead, one person killed. Who is it? White person. How did that happen?
It's the tough conversations people do not want to have.
Tough talks.
Because remember the whole Black Lives Matter thing when it was skyrocketed. You had a kind of confrontation with someone and when you have those conversations, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, whoa. Yeah. I never had someone challenge me before, you know? So
yes, have tough talks.
We need to be challenged. It's okay. And then I feel like it comes with being scared of to have that conversation and what the person's gonna say to you, and if you can even handle to even have a civil conversation without let alone offended,
without getting
escalate it to yelling and that type of thing, or being harmed. Not even to talk of people pulling things on you because you said something.
Yeah, I think it's just, I feel like we just need an open conversation, open forum, and be honest. Like I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be 100% honest. My biases, I still need to check them. Every day I need to check them. I could feel some type of way tomorrow, but I still have to check it and fix that, because it's just a person. Forget the culture, like, to be honest. Forget the culture, forget everything.
Back to
just be like, that's a human being. Like, the same way that you came into this earth, that's the same way they came into this earth. And the way that you're going to die, they're going to go into the grave. That's exactly how it's going to be. You're going to be buried too, right? And so you have to just realize we're human beings with the same heart, same blood, everything. And
not all white people are bad. Let's get it. Let's say that. Because that's a notion. Because when I learn about all this stuff I'm learning about in school and see the social media stuff, seeds can be planted in my head as well, and I get mad. It's like, damn, why you guys like this? But not everybody.
I was gonna say, who builds that stereotype in your mind? It's the black culture, and it's the same thing.
Ooh, that's
it's unfortunate, but it's the same thing.
It's not even a lie.
It's not a lie,
because heaven is going to look.
Other cultures,
heaven is not just gonna have black people.
That's going on. So,
but why do they do that? It's protection. Protect yourself. Let me protect myself,
and then it boomerangs back
onto you. It's literally like this: boom, 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 boom. It's like you're trying to protect yourself, but you're also hurting yourself. It's like the whole answer to everything, once again, is love.
Oh my gosh, that's a conversation.
That's it. I know it is. It's true.
Oh
but
my
that's
gosh,
it's a conversation for another day.
That's all I gotta say today. That's all. I'm not.
Anyways.
What's the quote of the day?
Yes. Oh, Jesus, come down, please, today.
We all need Jesus.
The quote of the day is by MLK. You know, Mr. Sir Man. Shout out to MLK. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that.
That's the only antidote. There's nothing else that can do that, but that's the antidote. And if you ain't willing to take it, well, you're going to be sticking in this world for a long time of just pure wickedness. So
love is Christ. Christ's love.
God is love. Love is God.
Drive us home.
And that's it, folks.
Oh, no, we forget. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, The Juxtaposition Podcast. Also, we're on Google, Apple, and Spotify.
Can we get 160 subscribers by the end of June?
Yes, please. Tell your friends.
At least 50 likes. 50 likes.
That too.
Yes,
whoever's watching, tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's get to 160.
Yeah, we've been
That's
stuck
very doable.
It's just that easy.
But definitely have open conversations with your friends as well about these things, and we'll be back next week with something.
Oh, Canada, you don't seem to amaze us.
Yeah.
You don't seem to amaze us.
All right, all peace and love. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we're out. Bye.